Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Jeskai Control. So, today is America's Independence Day. Happy Independence to anyone who celebrates it. And what better ways to celebrate today than to use an American colored deck? And that is why I went with the old Jeskai color, the red, white, and blue. So this deck is something that I think a lot of people are playing in standard to some level of success, and I think it's a pretty good deck. There are a lot of different versions of control, but this is the type of control that I like. We're not waiting for mill. We're not trying alternative win con. We're just beating our opponent in the face until they have no face left. But this deck has our hidden super tech in Zurgo and Ojutai, or ICBM. This card comes into play, has hexproof, basically can't be blocked because it's flying haste, hexproof, attack our opponent, and it comes back to our hand, and it will do that again and again every turn. There's no way for most decks to interact with this. It's hexproof, and if we have a Cavern of Souls naming dragons, it can't be countered. And our opponent just kind of watched as their life dwindles away. So this deck is very fun in that perspective, but of course, the rest of the deck is a very strong shell to allow us to be able to do that. We have a lot of removal, we got a little bit of counter magic, and we have a lot of sustainability. So, let's talk about how this deck works. Don't get fooled by the 1-drops. They're not exactly 1-drops. So I'm going to move them over. Oh, I guess I can start with this. The hidden 1-drop is the March of Otherworldly Light. Technically, it is a 1-drop. You can use it to remove a token. You can also pay extra mana or exile white cards in your hand to tack onto the mana cost to exile a bigger permanent. But March of Otherworldly Light can always get your opponent's cards, so that's pretty good, right? There's a lot of target it can hit. It can hit artifact, creatures, enchantment. That's a lot. Basically, anything but planeswalkers you can hit. And a lot of times we just want to hit for 1 or 2 in the early game just so that we can stay alive. Then in the 2-drop, we got 2 Get Lost. Same idea, we just remove our opponent's creatures. 3 Deduce for card draw. 4 No More Lies to counter the early game tempo play. And then 3 Lightning Helix to kill a creature while also gaining life. So as you can see, the early package is a lot of sustainability with a little bit of card draw. Then we go to the 3-drop and we have 3 Temporary Lockdown. I couldn't fit 4 in the deck because I want to have a Sunfall, so that's why there's only 3 in the deck. But we do have 4, 3 steps ahead. Now, I put that right between the 3-drop and the 4-drop because it's technically not a 3-drop, but we can counter by using the 3-drop spree, right? So that's kind of like cancel. You don't really want to put cancel in your deck. So the good part about this 3 step ahead is when you go to 5 mana. 5 mana, it's a counter spell plus draw 2, discard a card, almost a cryptic command. So that's where it gets good. And when it gets to the super late game, we can even go to the 8 mana, which is all the sprees, all the spree abilities. So we counter, copy a artifact or creature, and draw 2 cards, discard a card. What are we going to copy? Well, probably just an artifact like a Mirrex token. Right, so that is what the 3 steps ahead for. We don't really get the +3 that often, but the 5 mana +2 and +2 on the top and bottom, that happens almost all the time. Then the 4-drop that we actually want to play, 4 Wandering Emperor for Temple, 4 Memory Deluge for Card Advantage. So we'll never run out of cards with this deck. We got, Deduce, 3 steps ahead, and Memory Deluge for card draws. And once we get one of the Zurgos in our hand, it would just keep coming back. So then we go to the 5-drop, 1 Sunfall for board wipe that also exile if we need it. And then we have 2 Zurgo and Ojutai to, infinitely get damage on our opponent's face until they die. And then we have 1 6-drop in Farewell. Farewell is always nice. People hate Farewell, and that's why I love it. It's such a good control card because whatever they have, it's gone. This is not EDH. We don't care about games lasting forever because the longest games that last forever on Arena is maybe 15-20 minutes. It's not the end of the world. And when we Farewell, it's just one opponent. We take out all their cards, and we still have Zurgo to kill them. So yeah, that's the idea of this deck. Now the hardest part about 3-color decks, especially when they're off color like the Jeskai colors are, because they're not part of the Triumph in New Capenna, means that our land base is a little bit wonky. So let me talk about what I did with the land base. So we have 1 Eiganjo, 1 Plain, 3 Island, 1 Otawara, 1 Mountain, and 1 Cavern of Soul, 2 Field of Ruin, 1 Mirrex. Those are all our single mana or no mana card, no mana lands, right? So Field of Ruin, Mirrex, These are our colorless land, along with the Cavern of Souls. These are all our colorless lands. But you can see that all the colorless lands actually add color mana for their particular usage. Cavern of Souls are there to get Zurgo. Mirrex are there for that one turn of spell, and then we can keep pushing out the Mirrex tokens. The 2 Demolition Field is actually here that not only pop our opponent's land, but also get us the basic lands that we need. So that's why I always like to go at least twice as many basic lands as I have the Demolition Field or Field of Ruins in the deck. There's 2 Field of Ruins, I have 4 basics. 1 plain, 2 island, and 1 mountain. Now there is some justification for cutting the island and having 2 plains, but that's your own choice. Now the dual color lands, what we're gonna have is, let me go here. We're gonna have 4 Deserted Beach and 4 Restless Anchorage for blue-white, 4 Stormcarved Coast for blue-red, and 4 Inspiring Vantage for white-red. Now you might see it a little bit weird, right? We have 8 blue-white lands, if that makes sense. There's a lot of blue-white cards, and the blue-white lands are slow. And we have slow blue-red lands and fast red-white lands. So that's my own tech. The reason for that is because if you look at all the spells that we want to play, whenever they're blue, they're a little bit slower. We can kind of play them with slow lands. But whenever they're red, actually they're very, very fast. So we want to play them with fast land. Lightning Helix, I want to play that with fast land. March, Get Lost, I want to play those with fast lands. And Deduce, No More Lies, those are better if we can have fast lands, but I can't justify them, so I have slow lands for that. Don't forget, if you have No More Lies or Deduce in your hand and you want to be able to play them turn 2, you can always drop a slow land turn 1 and then drop one of these untapped lands turn 2 to be able to play a 2-drop following into a 3-drop that slow lands can absolutely play onto. So that is how I feel about this deck. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is the G-Bomb 2487. That's too many G-Bombs, man. I mean, if you're 24, it's fine, but 2487, that's too many. Alright, all tap lands all the time, but we do have to do, so I'm gonna keep. Hopefully it's fine. Let's start with a slower tap land. We can still Deduce turn 2. Oh, Tiny Bones. Okay. What do we pitch here against Tiny Bones? Just drop a land? With 5 lands. Or 4 lands, right? We'll get more lands. That does mean I can't lock down, though. The Raven Man. Cool. Mill me a card. I shall investigate. You can't really attack me. Helix. Alright, well I guess we'll Helix the Raven Man. Can't activate until he has 4, so I gotta do it in response to him trying to make me discard or something. If he just attack, I'll take it. You gotta have a play, right? Tiny Bones. Can't really cast anything from my graveyard. Still can't cast anything from my graveyard. Can I get a white mana, please? No, I cannot. Alright, no white mana, unfortunately. Guess we'll just take all those damage. It's not the end of the world here. Huh, just gonna make me discard a card. That taps him out. What? I wonder what I'm gonna take. Alright, let's take a Helix. Discard a Helix, I mean. Attack for 1. He gets a bird. Good for him. It's a nice looking bird you got. It'd be a shame if they all went away. Should have discarded my Stormcarved Coast. I already have a mountain and don't need that much mana. So that's a turn 1 mistake, discarding Deserted Beach. Or I wouldn't be in this situation, which, I mean, it's not that bad, but could have been better. Praetor, you got it. Oh no, I cannot counter it. Another Raven Man. This guy's got a lot of Raven Mans, to be honest. Do we kill the Praetor? I could kill the Praetor. I guess I will. I don't have to do it right now, right? Alright, let's try to exile it, and then he'll try to protect it. Huh. That's a little bit tricky. I could just block. He might have a removal. But, yeah, it's fine.
Run away. You'll be safer. May your blades.
There's a removal. I mean, I force a card out of his hand, and then I, you know, give him a card. I think it's fine. I'll draw a card. Now he can't actually protect his board anymore. I get to take both of those out. I don't need a temporary lockdown anymore. They get a bird. Let's exile the Yawgmoth.
Until next time, game.
We'll also burn the Raven Man before he untaps his Plaza. That's 4 mana. Let's go up to 5 so we can have a good 3 steps. Good luck. Can't counter it? Okay. So I guess I can block if he has no removal, but he might, right? So I guess we'll Memory Deluge. Maybe we'll get a March. Get lost is not March. Fine. See, there's a stick, so he definitely has a removal. There's our March. So let's see, I don't want to give him a mana, so I guess we'll get lost to Praetor first. He can't protect with 2 mana. Cool. And then we will also break his Cavern. I think I'm almost out of basic land. Almost is not quite. So I still have a Plains in the deck. No? Where's my Plains? Did I discard it? Oh, it's right here. Must be blind. Let's see. I have 2 islands. Oh, that's all of the basics. Okay. It's a very long stick for removal on your own bird. Anything you would like to do, mono black? Cavern of Souls. The bane of blue decks. I know red decks are getting too good, so let's put a Cavern of Souls in standard and ruin out blue decks days. You can't activate those with a sorcery. Come on. Demolition Field. Let's get rid of that. 0. Confirm 0. No card draw for you. Counter it. And there goes all of their stuff. I mean, he still has one more play. Probably. There's still a stick. It could just be the Demolition Field. I have a Cavern. I'm not going to play my Cavern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I can play the Cavern. I don't think it matters. Because I doubt he's going to break my Cavern with the field. Can't believe I drew all my basic lands. Still 34 cards in the deck. Our opponent is taking their sweet time. God, aren't these people the worst? I know you have a big dinner you just got to get to. You know, eating 500 sandwiches by yourself, it's difficult, but hey, you queue up to the game. I mean, I don't actually get the mana, so... Let's see what we can get. No More Lies is a counterspell, I guess. And then 3 steps ahead is another counterspell. There you go. Let me take action just to shuffle. I can't actually No More Lies here. Tap my wife for some reason instead of the Storm Carp Coast. Should have played around the auto tapper being dumb, but I didn't. There's a Mirrex. And then Shieldred. Yikes. I mean, I guess the No More Lies couldn't have gotten through anyways, but still feels kind of bad. You can protect. You can protect. Let's see if he does. He doesn't protect his Shieldred. 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will still have 3 mana left, right? I'm gonna submit 0. See, that would be pretty bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let them have their little Mirrex token. It's better than having letting them have a Shieldred out, obviously. Jesus. All right. Well, they just top deck all 4 of their gigs in the top 20 cards, 21 cards. That seems fair. That seems like a good way to play the game. Go for the throw. You don't want to keep that? All right. Get an Emperor. That's pretty cool. Guess we'll end turn here. Gotta use the Emperor to do something. I think Emperor can outscale Mirrex. Deep Cavern Bat. I can make him pay the extra mana. Should I do that though? I'm just gonna Emperor here.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it.
Not enough white mana here for the Emperor, actually. Let's see how he wants to attack. Attacks the Emperor with a 2/2. Attacks the Emperor with a 1/1. Huh. Both attack, okay. Let's see, he's got removal. That's his last card.
Let your blade
Go for the throw. Alright. Fair enough.
I guess that's it then.
We have a get loss. I'm not gonna get a land from this, so I don't think I'm gonna Memory Deluge right now. I have lockdowns, right? Still lockdowns in the deck. You're gonna attack with a bat? There you go. No? Alright. I'll take your 3 poison. Tiny Bones. I'm not countering that, so you're gonna have it. Now can I get something good? There's a temporary lockdown and a Zurgo and Ojutai. That's pretty much game, I think. No, I don't even want to lock this down. Or do I? Locking this down is pretty cool, right? Can I still Zurgo and Ojutai after I do this? I think so, because I have the... Cavern on Dragon. Let's get a land. 3 steps pretty good, but I want to have a land. And I'll return Zurgo and Ojutai. Now I have no more lives in case they have something big. I mean, they can still pay no more lives, right? They can play any 5 drops. Throw a no more lives. That's a 2 drop. Or that's a 1 drop. Do I just Sunfall to 2? He can definitely cast stuff from my graveyard. I don't want him to do that, so let's Sunfall to 2. Now I have a 2/2. Is it a cut down? It is a cut down. Alright, well, I can't stop that. So I guess I'll go up to 6 now. I can't actually turn this live, right? I could get that loss. Let's get that loss. It's bugging me. So instead of him having the temple, now I have the temple. He can Mirrex here and use one of the tokens. He didn't do it. Okay. Well then, get ready for the Zurgo and Ojutai. We're gonna get an Emperor, and an Emperor of course. There's literally no way for him to fight through a Zurgo and Ojutai because it's hexproof on a turn it comes in, right? Yeah. I think it's just hexproof. It's not indestructible, but it's hexproof, so he can't get to it. Cool. There's a Shieldred. You want to draw that? You do want to draw that.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
Exile it. So that's a... No, it's probably the Mirrex. Doing the Mirrex-y things. Alright. Let's Zurgo and Ojutai. Go for 5 damage. We'll even leave it up. It's not like he can target anything.
Strike fast.
So it's just a Mirrex stick. Okay, what can we get here? Lightning Helix might be useful, but another Zurgo and Ojutai is just lethal, right? I'm gonna decline. Who's good gaming me? Yeah, our ICBM is really getting them. There's a Shieldred. Counter unless you pay 3. And I'll tap you out. Pays the 3. And it's alive. Now what? You gotta go for the throw here? That 1/1 can't attack. Or can't block, so you might as well attack. I guess not. Alright. Why did you do it on my turn? I don't understand. Oh no, I take 2. He's back. I mean, there's gotta be a reason why I didn't, right? I didn't bring him back. GG. Alright, our opponent is Elsnix. Elsnix? I don't... Sure. Alright, we get to go first. That's a first. Alright, we get Restless Anchorage. No double white. That's a little bit of concern, but we'll try to get there with the Demolition Field, I guess. I'll say hi. We do have March, so at least we have that. Warden, yeah. We might just march the Warden. Honestly, it depends on what he plays. Novice Inspector. I mean, I'll let him scry. He scries either way. Keep to the top, huh? Let's march that for one. Oh, I thought it was the end of my turn. I didn't know that. That was weird. That stick was weird. Okay, I guess I didn't need to do any of that, so just lock this board down. Before they get to do anything, lock it all down. Another Warden. Cool. Anything else? No? Alright. Two can play in this game. I have an Emperor in my hand. Mirrex, War Leader's Call. Do I want to stop a War Leader's Call? Because I can't really stop it later on, right? Every time he plays a creature, it will deal damage to me. That's really annoying. Alright, I guess we'll counter it. It's the best we can do, right? This takes one out and I have 2 mana. I'll take the 1. Now the question here is, do I want to just take out his Warden? Then he can have a hasty creature kill my Emperor? That's not worth it. Just attack. Okay, goodbye.
To lose.
It's just Boros doing Boros things. Alright, our opponent is Juan Cruz Binero. Yeah, is that just their whole name? I'm gonna go first. No red, 2 Anchorage, and a Demolition Field. Tricky, but we are going first, so I think we might be able to get a mountain from the Demolition Field. It's almost like a fetch land. Okay, it's black, so might not be able to get there. It's fine, it's fine. We'll do what we can. 2 black. Well, if it's drawn out game you won, it's a draw out game you're gonna get. Okay, they have green. Sentinel? Stop the Sentinel. Do I need more white mana? I think I need more white mana than blue mana. Deep Cavern Bat. I think we're just gonna burn it. Alright? Don't want to normalize that. You know, I'll let him choose. It's not like he can take out all the Lightning Helix. Oh, that's... Okay, so it's Golgari. I don't want to just waste my Demolition Field because they have a lot of manlands. Almost did it. I don't have any value in my hand though. That's the scary part. Yeah, no value in my hand, unfortunately. Can't turn the Restless Anchorage live. I want to, but it would just either go for the throw, so that's kind of scary. Boseiju. Because we're both not doing anything. Ooh, that's a good card. That's a draw 2. He doesn't want to play anything? Well, you don't have infinite time against this deck. Alright. Does he have an instant speed artifact removal? I don't think he would do that to a clue token, so let him do what he wants here. Get another Anchorage. Oh yeah. This is just discouraging play for our opponent. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they're eventually gonna regret playing their deck out like this. Always use Normalize when you can, because you don't always get to use a Normalize when they have too much mana. And they know I have a Normalize, so they had to play into it. They also know I have a Lightning Helix, so they also need to play into that. That's an island. Now all I need is the 3 steps ahead to really seal the deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 mana. Get lost. Cool. Now I have 8 mana. Memory Deluge. It costs 7, means that I can't do anything else if I deluge. But I do have enough for Normalize, Get Lost, and Wandering Emperor all in the same turn. Or a Helix. Do I keep countering this stuff? I mean, I can't really get rid of the Sentinels, right? So countering is the best way to get around it. Okay, are you gonna quit? You have no heart.
I've learned much during my travels.
Do you have a stick?
Let me show you. We must protect the people.
There's a march. More removal. Temporary lockdown's dead card. Alright, let's minus first.
May your blade strike true.
Actually can't stop an ETB effect this turn. But, you know, whatever they come out, I can definitely kill, and I have Memory Deluge to give me the card I want. So I don't think it's that bad. Emperor doing Emperor things. Harvester of Misery. Wow, okay, that actually hard counters my board. Didn't expect that. Cool. You got all the minuses. Finally. And do I want another Emperor? I think it's always good to get another Emperor down. I can march this. I think I'll just get lost it, to be fair. No need to go all crazy. I could just temple the little creature right now. That deck is full of removal.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Now I have 3 steps to counter whatever he wants. Oh no! Actually, if I just play this Emperor, wouldn't that go away?
Finally, I'm home.
There goes
Let
your
your
the end.
blade do the talking.
Yeah, it was nice. Didn't have to spend a counter spell or anything. That was a get lost. Cool. Do we Deluge main phase to get a land? Do I need to do that? I'm not gonna. It's not like I have to discard here, so I think we're good. Mosswood Dread Knight. Okay. Submit 0. Let me take that out. I still have 5. Okay, I still have 5. I march your Dread Knight. He goes for to throw his own Dread Knight. And I counter it. Can't let him have the Dread Knight. Discard a temporary lockdown. I think the police are onto me. That play was too sick. I didn't do it, alright? It was not my fault. That is very loud. Do I want to put this on this? I guess so.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Alright, this is 6 damage, so he's effectively at 9. I can definitely burst him, but I don't want to just tap out when I don't have to win yet. Aclazat to a No More Lies. Oh man, he is just getting bodied. There you go, goodbye. Yeah, there's no match. And he was also on 5 lands, but it was no match. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen those games, how did you feel about this deck? I gotta say, I mean, I love our ICBM Zurgo Ojutai deck, and it shows. I've had a lot of fun playing it. It didn't really matter what my opponent was. I fought a control deck. I fought an aggro deck. I were able to last against every single deck out there because, well, you know, it's really just the sustainability of this deck is insanely good. And one thing that I love is that our win con is not mill. I hate mill win con. No disparaging anyone who plays it. I don't like playing mill win con because, you know, when you start a game, right, your opponent has 20 life. But if you play a mill deck, you start a game, your opponent has 60 life. I get that their life is constantly ticking down and all that, but I much rather play a game where their life is their life rather than their deck is their life. So I want to deal damage with the Wandering Emperor tokens. I want to deal damage with Zurgo and Ojutai. And I don't want to stuff the deck filled with mill cards that doesn't do anything else. Here, Wandering Emperor and Zurgo are both Vantage cards, tempo cards that not only does damage to our opponent, but also press our board presence. Unlike a Jace Perfected Mind. I don't like Jace Perfected Mind. Everybody loves that card, but I just think it's not a fun way to play. So that's why I like this version of Jeskai Control. It's called Jeskai Control, but I want to call it Jeskai ICBM because that's what our Zurgo and Ojutai buddy does. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.